Hey you guys, welcome to Wrestling in Color. It's your girl Stephanie. We're going to go ahead and get into the Super Showdown that took place out in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Or what is formerly called as the Super Showdown that will at or above be exceedingly better than WrestleManias. Not sure which WrestleMania they're talking about, but okay. So this isn't going to take long because someone took the time to do the math, and in a 4-hour show, it was 1 hour and 44 minutes of wrestling. Now, I did what you call a prediction episode, and for those of you that took the time to listen, I appreciate it. So I wrote down what I predicted would happen, and refreshingly, a few things did not happen the way that I predicted, and sadly, they happened in different other ways, and it was just, we're going to talk about it, because what it is, I know a lot of y'all come out here and you do your reviews, and you're super excited, and you let things slide, and you won't be honest about the product. And we have to be honest about the product, okay? This is the best time right now to be a wrestling fan and to watch what is being delivered. Because if you go to the grocery store and you buy a gallon of milk and you get home and it's chunky and outdated, you're going to take it back, right? If you buy eggs and you get home and they're broken up at no fault of your own, you're going to take it back. So this goes the same with the WWE. And as of late, a lot has been happening with this billion-dollar product, because you all equate wealth with intelligence. You think that what Vince McMahon is doing is somehow genius. At least he thinks he does, and it's a lot of nonsense going on. Yes, it's wrestling. Yes, it's pro sports entertainment, pro wrestling entertainment. But the thing is, you still have to respect your audience enough to not think that they're all complete jackasses, because we aren't. Just like, I see Moxley is over there thriving, I mean, he's looking like he keeps saying, I ain't got to deal with it. All right, well, let's go ahead on into it. The show just, it started, I don't know the times that it started. I had no idea it was a kickoff show. So I didn't see, look, first of all, let's be clear here. I came in, because I was running errands yesterday. I came in on on Randy Orton versus Triple H. After I watched that, I had to replay and go back. And in the replay, it didn't show me a kickoff show. It went right to the next match, which was the Universal Championship. So, for those who caught the kickoff show, I guess the Usos defeated the Revival in 2 or 3 minute match or 5-minute match or whatever. Who cares? Honestly. So there's that. So I didn't even know it was a kickoff show to even do a prediction on that. So, okay. So in the terms of the Universal Championship, my prediction for that was Seth was going to retain and Brock was going to cash in. Because remember, Brock said Friday he was going to do something with that briefcase. Because Stephanie McMahon had put out this bizarre video about how he made the briefcase into a suitcase, and it was just not acceptable for her or anybody else. Don't understand it. Don't know why it happened. Complete confusion. So, listen. Seth retained against Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin was bringing the fight to him. You understand? I don't have a problem with Baron Corbin as a person, as a man or whatever. I just don't care for his character. I don't really see why he's getting such a push. And honestly, if you're going to do it, give him the belt now so we can get it out the fucking way. Okay, give it to him at Stomping Grounds, because apparently they have a match there too, but we'll get to that. So, Seth comes out and he's taped up from the chest, from the whole sternum, I guess, because past Monday, he got beat up pretty bad by Brock. And Brock didn't cash in with the man bleeding from the head and being pulled out in a stretcher. And Paul Heyman was trying to tell Brock Lesnar, hey man, now's your chance. And Brock chose not to cash in until on Friday. So here we are Friday. You know, the match is doing what it do. All of a sudden, Baron Corbin was like yelling at the ref, and the ref was giving it back to Baron, to where Seth took advantage, rolled Baron Corbin up, and got the 3 count. Baron Corbin was very upset. After that, he did a deep 6 and dropped Seth on his ass. Then Brock Lesnar comes down the ring. Paul Heyman's holding the briefcase. Paul Heyman tripped, and the briefcase fell into the ring, and Brock looked at Paul Heyman and was trying to figure out what the fuck his problem was, and that's when Seth took advantage, hit Brock in the balls, and proceeded to beat him with a chair, and called him a big ugly son of a bitch, banged him with the chair, gave him a foot stomp, a head stomp onto the briefcase, and left with his championship. So that's one for me, because I did say he would retain, but then I also lose it because I said Brock was going to cash in. So there's that. So we move on to the Intercontinental Championship, which I can say in my prediction was going to be the match of the night. There's nothing really to see here. It's probably about maybe 4 or 5 minutes, 6-minute match. Really good. Did what they were supposed to do. 2 of the great top guys, I think, in the roster right now. Match of the night. The Demon wins. I liked Finn's intro. It was cute. He crawled to his Intercontinental Championship. Honestly, Andrade should be the Intercontinental Champion at Stomping Grounds, if that's what we're going to do. Not sure. I don't think they have a match there, but you might as well. You're giving everybody else fucking rematches. So I said the Demon was going to win. The Demon has a no-lose record, and in fact, he did win. So 1 for me, right? Okay, now we got 1. Next up, we got Shane versus Roman Reigns, with Drew McIntyre being the meat of the. You know what? I thought Roman Reigns was going to win. Okay, let's get out the way, because this match was boring. It was fucking terrible. I don't even know what the fuck they're fighting for. There's no belt on the line. There's no meat in the ring. I don't know. What's sad about this whole match is Drew McIntyre, for whatever reason, keeps getting paired up with these men as if he's just that dumb where he can't function on his own and be the heel that he needs to be. And I thought that's where we were going. But I see now he has this old fucker on his shoulders. We could talk about the main event, and when we get there, we will. But we also need to talk about why the fuck is Shane McMahon in every major pay-per-view? Why is Shane McMahon on my TV Mondays and Tuesdays? This match, all it did was say Shane McMahon is going to be on Monday and Tuesdays for the next 3 months. I wouldn't be shocked if Shane McMahon had a SummerSlam match. And I'm going to tell you now, if I see Shane McMahon or Triple H in a SummerSlam match, I'm canceling my network. Because this whole shit was terrible anyway. Okay? So Shane McMahon won because, Drew somehow Claymore kicked the fuck out of Roman and pinned him. Then you got this old Shane McMahon's 50-year-old ass supposed to be the face of the company. You got him in the middle of the ring, just ranching his head, and it's like, what? Why am I even watching this? I think at that point I had went ahead and got me something to drink or fell asleep because it was boring and it was stupid. That was it. So there you go. I thought Roman Reigns was gonna win. Shocker, Shane McMahon won. He was hoisted on the shoulders of Drew McIntyre. I see a lot of you are upset because Roman had all of the pyro. It was weird at the points that they decided to do pyro, but they gave it to Roman, and then after Shane won, he got his pyro. I don't understand why Shane McMahon's even involved in anything. You got almost 60 signed talents to your roster, and you got this 51-year-old man in a match. Where's the change? It didn't do Roman no favors, and it damn sure didn't do Drew any favors. Let's go to the next one. We had this weird match that I don't even think I had even predicted, because it wasn't on the match card I was reading or whatever, but it was Lars Sullivan against the Lucha House Party, which consists of Grand Metalik, Lince Dorado, and Kalisto. And it was Lars won via disqualification, which it was a triple threat, so I don't really know why there was a disqualification. But anyway, Lucha House Party disqualified themselves, and they were supposed to be the good guys. Lars, listen, this didn't do no favor for Lars Sullivan, so I'm just keep it. He looked big and dumb. You throwing around 3 small men. What the fuck was the point? No one's going for Lars Sullivan because Lars didn't do himself no favors writing all that hateful shit. None of y'all can tell me to get over it and move on, because had the WWE got in front of the controversy, Lars would have probably had a better go at it. But since they wanted the situation to fester, his mystique is already fucked up. Then he gets in there, he's talking about how he wants to beat the secretions out of them with if the wind, do you ask a mockingbird why it sings in the morning? All this weird shit y'all got this man saying. When you fuck everything up. Lars Sullivan is done. Okay? Lars Sullivan is the equivalent of Braun Strowman. There you go. Lars Sullivan defeated Lucha House Party via disqualification. Who cares? The next match that came after that was Randy Orton versus Triple H. I got one because I said Orton needs to win. He's a younger talent. He's actually active on the roster. I don't know why Triple H, another one, 50-something years old or going to it, 49, 48, has to be in every major fucking pay-per-view. Why? Is this what Saudi Arabia wants for the next 8 years? Because this is going to be fucking terrible. And I'm honestly not going to be around for it. I can't do it. I'm sorry. So this whole podcast may not last longer than it needs to. But we'll have it up here for the memories, because I refuse to sit through another Triple H or Shane McMahon match. Period. This match was boring. It went on longer than 4 minutes. It should have stopped at 5. My issue is RKO. A RKO out of nowhere is supposed to shut the motherfucker down and be done with it. Why did Triple H kick out the RKO? I don't know. That's when I came in. When I got home, I turned it on, and I came in just when the RKO came out, and Triple H threw his arm up, and my mouth dropped open. I said, "What? Oh, we jumping out of RKOs now? All of that just to lose to a RKO." I don't know what the point was. Don't know why. Triple H slowed Randy Orton down. He tried to bang him through the table, but the table refused. It refused to be the loser this night because 3 body drops and it didn't work. It was terrible. It just it wasn't necessary. It was I don't know. I know one thing. I was doing a lot of because the way these people were wrestling had me cringing. I just knew Triple H was going to break something. He already tore his whole shoulder. I just knew them fucking wobbly knees of his were just going to blow the fuck out. I don't want to see Triple H wrestle anymore after this. That's it. Randy Orton won. I'm 1 for 1. I got 2 predictions so far that were correct. Next up was Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley. Apparently they got to this point because of an arm wrestling match that happened on Raw. Or was it SmackDown? I don't fucking know. Let me tell you something. Bobby Lashley has a physique that you could, for days. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, made chocolate man. Braun Strowman, he's been working out. You can see him. He's chiseled. Excellent. But when I tell you these two in the ring is absolutely a snooze fest. It was boring. You got your run around the ring like a freight train, hit you twice. Lashley actually impressed me because he did a running, I think a power slam, a power bomb, whatever the fuck you call it, on Braun, 300 pounds, threw him on his shoulder effortlessly. And then, Braun Strowman did his signature move, and it took 3 of them to put Lashley out of, the situation. So I don't really know what to say of this, but I guess Braun needed this win, but who cares? So there's that. The next match on the card was the WWE Championship with Kofi Kingston and Dolph Ziggler. Now here, my prediction was Kofi and a cash-in. Since if he wasn't going to catch, Brock wasn't going to cash in on the Universal, then maybe he would cash in on Kofi. Apparently he did not. Dolph Ziggler, Kofi Kingston, who the fuck cares? I'm not putting any energy in this simply because you all got Dolph because, what's his name? Kevin Owens didn't want to be bothered with this. So I don't, at the end of the match, Dolph Ziggler felt he was cheated because Xavier Woods kicked him in the head, and he got a trouble in paradise and got the 3 count. That was it. I did say Kofi Kingston was retaining, but I thought, well, I'm gonna give my point because WWE in that briefcase, I don't give a fuck what happens to it this time. So there's that. The next match was the 50-man battle royale. Let me tell you something. It was a big ball of shambles. That 50-man tag team, that 50-man crap was. It was the biggest battle royale in the world and all this shit y'all was talking about. You could barely see who was getting quiet, you was barely seeing who could get thrown out the ring. The fucking commentators were terrible. They were complaining about how hot it was. You had Renee talking about, ooh, ah, ooh, ooh. And, they didn't name the people that were getting thrown out the ring. I didn't know who was getting thrown out the ring. At one point, you had the tag team of the War Raiders, which I thought had got, somehow went back to Viking Land. I don't know. You had AOPP, as they will always be called. You had what's they called, the mechanics, the bushwhackers or something. That one steaks and bakes and you know what I'm talking about, the one that do the worm, because he did do the worm. They was in there, and they got thrown out. Titus came from under the ring because we got to keep pushing that. He fell the first time. He even had a T-shirt, believe it or not, for a minute where his feet were going under the ring. At the last Saudi Arabia situation, he came from under the ring. He got back in the ring, got thrown out. Listen, they got all of that done. I thought Ali. Well, my prediction is I didn't give a fuck, and as I shouldn't because it was garbage anyway. I thought Ali would win because he's Muslim and it's a Muslim country, but Mansoor, who's down in NXT, he won. He's the son of Saudi Arabia. Made sense. Boom. I mean, what else? I saw some missing persons. I saw Cedric Alexander. I saw Buddy Murphy in there. I saw the War Raiders. A couple people that I saw the Raw Tag Team Champions in there. I saw a lot of people that I thought either had disappeared or got taken up by an alien or no longer work for WWE. So I saw a lot of them in there. Last 2 people standing was Elias. Elias is just, he could have been a contender as well. I don't know he's just a complete, he's like a street singer. He sang a song. It was awkward and stupid. Why is he singing? He ended up, him and Mansoor were the last 2 standing. He got kicked out the ring. Mansoor won. Whatever. He celebrated. Great. There you go. Okay, so on to the next. This was the main event, and this is what this Super Showdown, better than or exceeding WrestleMania, will always be known for. The main event. Oh, God, where can I start? I could get on my soapbox real quick because, it comes a time where money shouldn't trump your health and your common sense. Money shouldn't trump your legacy and what you want to leave behind. These men had going away matches, respectively. I believe it was The Undertaker versus Roman Reigns, and it was Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. Two respectable matches, two properly done matches, ended the legacy the way it was supposed to be. Why the fuck is The Undertaker still coming out here looking a hot mess? It's beyond me. Goldberg wanted to join the Hot Mess Express, and boy, did he not only join it, he conducted that motherfucker. I watched this match, and my prediction was they were going to do their two things, their signature moves and keep it pushing. The entrances were long, like I thought. Goldberg banged his head on something hard back there because he had a small blood spot in the middle, and Goldberg is known to bang his head on whatever's rock hard to get himself together. And I wouldn't be surprised if Goldberg has some onset of CTE because he bangs the fuck out of it. You can see the beginning. If you go back, you see a dot of blood right in the middle of his head. Okay, so now that he walks to the ring, took a long time. Undertaker came, and I laughed so hard because he walked. His entrance had to be at least 6 minutes. He walked so slow to that fucking ring. I was like, oh God. They stared down. Goldberg did the throat cut that Undertaker do. And we got started. Now, this match shouldn't have been no more than 3 minutes. 2 minutes. Give me 2 spears. Give me a last ride. Give me a tombstone. Let's go home. No, I don't know what these guys were thinking, but they said they're going to do it. Undertaker's in his 50s. Goldberg's in his 50s. Does that mean that just because you're in your 50s that you're out of shape? No. These men clearly look like they're in shape. Or partially. Well, what it means is you can't do what you used to do when you were in your 30s and your 50s. You can't do what you used to do in your 30s when you was in your 20s. So I don't know what the fuck they thought they was about to do here. So, okay, I'm not even going to talk. So, boom, the match starts. 2 spears. Undertaker's visibly in pain. His face is like, oh, why the fuck did I agree to this? Goldberg is intense. He's giving you all he's got. After those 2 spears, that was the end of Goldberg. There's a point where he tried to do some type of submission move. It didn't work out. Then Undertaker threw him to the other side of the ring. Goldberg head on, I'm talking about where the soft spot is, hit the side of the ring post, busted his shit wide open. And it looked like it was pretty deep because it was some really, really deep red spot at the top of his head where he hit that ring post. So now you done gave yourself a concussion, okay? You already banged your shit coming in, and then you hit your shit on the other side, on the top, on the ring post. But Goldberg, I'm assuming he said, let's keep on going. Then it just became cringe. I'm sitting there like, oh. I could have did Renee Young's commentary because all I was doing was oh. There was a spike on Goldberg's head during the tombstone. He was holding on so fucking tight, Undertaker is trying to lift this man up. The man was out of air the first 2 spears and hitting his head on that pole over there. Undertaker dropped him. He slipped. Mind you, let's remember it's 112 degrees out in Jeddah. Y'all outside. It's hot. These men are wet and sweating. The conditions were nowhere optimal to do these type of moves. He did the tombstone in leather pants. When he dropped, he speared and he spiked Goldberg on the top of his head where he already had an opening. I said, oh God. Then there was a point where Goldberg, he said he going to give you what you got. Motherfucker stumbling all over the fucking ring. Proceeded to, a jackhammer or some shit he was trying to do. He landed through, didn't go through the full rotation, dropped the Undertaker on his neck, and I believe someone called it a brain buster. You should see. I would just go back to watch the look on Undertaker's face every time he took a bump. There was a point where they both fell flat on their asses. Undertaker fell flat on his back, and he looked in pain. He was cussing. He was mumbling. You could see his lips. He was visibly saying, "This is some bullshit. Fuck this." That last move was he done fell over. Couldn't lift him up. Couldn't do it. Undertaker couldn't even get the man up for the last ride because it was done. And I don't think that was the finish that they were going for. I think Goldberg was going to win. But because Goldberg was completely injured and confused, I could see them talking like, listen, I'm done. 1, 2, 3. Undertaker set up, and that fucking face he made while he was cussing is a meme for days. Okay? He was visibly disgusted, tired, and couldn't believe what he just had to go through. And neither was I was completely disgusted, tired, and couldn't believe that I had to go through that. When y'all could have ended the shit in 2 minutes and kept pushing. That's what I expected. I also expected Goldberg to win. So I'm a loser here too. There you go. What can I say that hasn't already been said? I believe I said on Twitter, it's okay to say, hey man, not this go round. 2 million sounds real good, but I don't really want it. 1 million is awesome, but I'm going to go ahead and, protect my health and everything and keep it pushing. Maybe, we can get together on something around here, around the States, and see if we could do like a Comic-Con and somebody do some signings and some pictures and represent the WWE brand on a more adult retirement Hall of Fame kind of run. Goldberg flew his wife and kids out here 14 hours to see him look a fucking mess. I don't know what the Undertaker is saving his money for, but I'm pretty sure he's pretty comfortable. Undertaker, go and do what. Listen, he was gonna do some sign-ins. He was gonna do the StarCast. WWE is so hateful and petty. They had to get him, re-sign him to a contract. They did the same thing with Kurt Angle. And these guys, they're beholden to this company. And every time Saudi Arabia comes up or WrestleMania, this old motherfucker gonna keep coming down the ring. I'm not excited no more. Y'all ruined the mystique of the Undertaker. Now it's a joke. Oh boy, here comes the Undertaker. It's gonna take him 30 minutes to get to the ring. Here we go. Wow, 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 wow. You did it with Kurt Angle. You kept having him come out there, and the man can't even stand up fucking straight. Okay? Y'all uploaded Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. Great match. That should have been it. Him, when he went against Roman Reigns, should have been it. When his fucking record was broken and everybody was devastated, it should have been it. Goldberg had the match against Brock Lesnar. Everyone loved it. That should have been it. But no, the lure of money. Goldberg better be happy that his fucking ass ain't paralyzed from the neck down and happened in front of his goddamn kids. It's a time and a place for everything. You get to a certain age, you're going to have to make some decisions. This also tells me that WWE has 60 or 56 fucking signed talents. Maybe you should look into investing in your talent. I would have loved to seen, I don't fucking know, Rusev versus Andrade, or the War Raiders against AOPP, or Cedric Alexander versus what's a match? Roman Reigns. Give me some shit I ain't never seen before. Like, what? I didn't need to see this. They should have did that 20 years ago. It was terrible. It was cringeworthy. It was fucking traumatizing, if I'm going to be dramatic. This whole entire thing was terrible, and I don't want to see it no more. I don't want to see it no more. And you know what's also traumatizing? The advertisement for the match card of Stomping Grounds. So during the 4 hours of hell, we got a match card for Stomping Grounds, which is the next pay-per-view. I believe it's supposed to be taking place June 23rd, if I'm correct. Alright, so June 23rd is going to take place. 6 p.m. is going to be the kickoff, and the show's going to start at 7. The match card is forming extremely quickly because it's not much of a match card. It's actually a bunch of rematches that you guys said were antiquated and we wouldn't be doing that anymore. But here we are. So I just had to look up some more information to make sure I know what I'm talking about when we figure out why these matches are happening on June 23rd and why I should even fucking care. So, for the Universal Championship, Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin. Now, Stomping Grounds, he asked for it because he felt the referee caused him to lose to Seth Rollins. Remember that he was yelling at the referee and that Seth Rollins took advantage of it and rolled him up. So, because of that, he will get another opportunity at the title. There we go. Will Brock Lesnar cash in then? I don't give a fuck. Because you're not going to keep playing games with people. You're supposed to cash in. You had Stephanie McMahon do all that bullshit. You play games here. Who the fuck knows? I don't care. WWE Championship, Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler in a steel cage match. Why? Is Kofi Kingston, is that situation over with? Dolph Ziggler's going to continue to yell, it should have been me? Are you going to give Dolph Ziggler the belt? Or what are you going to do? After Super Showdown, Dolph Ziggler said he was pissed off, it should have been him. Kofi, he feels like Xavier Woods helped Kofi Kingston win and is now a cheater. So he wants to get him in a steel cage match. Okay. Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns. Why? Had Drew beat Roman Reigns 2 months ago? Sure. But because Shane McMahon had Drew be his muscle and Drew interfered and kicked Roman in the face and knocked him out, Shane McMahon will continue to be on the TV for the next 2-3 weeks. And we gotta watch this shit again. It wasn't good at WrestleMania. It ain't gonna be good here. Then we got the Raw Women's Championship, which is Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans is blonde. She's tall. She has big tits. Nothing more. She's a terrible caricature of women. She represents women's suffrage and, that fucking, you can do it, woman from the 40s. She's like a throwback to the, pardon me, boys. Is that the Chattanooga Choo-Choo? Yes, yes. You know how they used to do the USO, and they had that group of singing girls? I don't even know what the fuck. Lacey Evans is the total opposite of what she really is in real life. Y'all, Lacey Evans, her character could literally be Sonya Blade, and I would love it. Why is she there? Who the fuck knows? What did she do? Don't know. Don't know. But here she is. So there you go. We're going to watch the sassy Southern Belle. Will Lacey Evans ever be able to wrestle Naomi as a sassy Southern Belle? What the fuck could she possibly say to Naomi that's not going to rile somebody up because the shit's racist? I don't know. Anyway, she's going to go and she's going to fight for the World Women's Championship. And honestly, I wouldn't care if she picked up the win. Then we got the SmackDown Women's Championship, Bayley versus Alexa Bliss. What the fuck did Alexa Bliss, what did she do to get, besides having a triple threat, what was it, Charlotte Flair, I can't even talk because I'm so fucking annoyed. Carmella versus Charlotte. Carmella has been riding fucking R-Truth's back like a horse since he got that belt, and I'm sure she's going to continue to do that. Charlotte, if it's a belt, the bitch is going to be there. And Alexa Bliss, why? She drinks coffee. What has she done? She's about to get a match versus Bayley, and I wouldn't be surprised if the bitch wins. I won't even be upset because I don't even care. There you go. For the Intercontinental Championship, I'm thinking that Finn Balor versus Andrade is gonna happen again. I don't think Finn will be the demon. I think he's gonna be the regular guy. And I'm gonna tell you, I wouldn't be mad if Andrade went ahead and got that IC championship, because Andrade has done what Vince McMahon asked him to do and went and tried to learn fucking English. That alone should garner him an IC title, since y'all don't care about a motherfucker working hard. SmackDown Tag Team Championships, I guess it's gonna be Daniel Bryan versus Heavy Machinery, because they had a run-in. And why not? Daniel Bryan doesn't eat meat. Heavy Machinery does, right? That was the group I was trying to talk about, the Bushwhackers. Heavy Machinery, there you go. Women's Tag Team Championship. I'm gonna be really pissed off if this is what it is, because these folks are predicting. But if this is what's it gonna be, I'm gonna be mad as fuck. Now, according to CBS Sports, the Women's Tag Team Championship, they think as a prediction, is going to be the Iconics versus the Kabuki Warriors versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Let me tell you, the Iconics have been losing and being goofy. The Kabuki Warriors were put together specifically for this belt, I assume. And as of late, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross have been, pretty cozy. So I don't fucking know. But Alexa Bliss is really getting a lot of a push. And I'm annoyed. So we'll see. This is what the match card is looking like so far. And a couple of guesses I threw in there towards the end. And I'm going to have to watch that women's tag team, because the Iconics and the Kabuki Warriors I can see, but why would Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss be involved? It's either or. Don't do that to the Kabuki Warriors. Even though they haven't been on TV in 3 weeks, who the fuck knows? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get off here. That was the Stomping Grounds preview card, I guess, and this was the Super Showdown. Better than or exceeding WrestleMania review. This is Wrestling in Color. I'm Stephanie. See you here next time. Later.